Hello the internet! It is Sunday the 4th of June 2023 and welcome back to the channel. Excuse me while I just get a little coffee into me here. I'm a little tired. I was up early for work and now I'm doing a stream because I wanted to smash this one out. So, you know, recently I've been buying a little bit of vinyl, somewhat collecting if you like. Not really collecting, but just getting it together or getting it ready for virtual vinyl streams. Nice spelling by me. I might be having a sneaky peek. Aero Gamer Dugsky in the chat, a sneaky pint? You're having a sneaky pint or a sneaky peek? Yeah, so I've been buying vinyl, getting it sort of keeping it saved for virtual vinyl streams. Virtual vinyl streams is when we play a record on stream and just listen to it from go to woe. We cop all the copyright strikes, but we just have a good time, right? Listening to the warm tonalities of a vinyl record because everybody says how much better that experience is, blah, blah, blah. We've been doing that. One of the things that people cite, or one of the reasons people cite for buying vinyl over CDs, aside from the tonalities and the warmth and all that other nonsense, which I think is nonsense, they often cite, well, the artwork's bigger. So you're going to see more of what the artist intended. You can read the lyric booklet. It's big. It's right there, especially when you're getting old and your eyesight's not so great. People often cite that. So I want to tell you, well, I want to ask you for your suggestions here because I just recently bought 3 pieces of vinyl from a band called Regurgitator. Now, it has no artwork, and I'm a little miffed by that. A little miffage, if you follow me. If you know the band, you'll know I'm not. It's not really working. I'll just keep going. So, how did this come about? I photographed them a few weeks ago at the Uni Roundhouse in Kensington. And I noticed at the merch stand that they had vinyl. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I should probably pick up at least 2 Plung, right? That's the record that I'd like to hear on vinyl. And then maybe Unit as well, because Unit is like a computer sort of generated sound. It could be good. So I thought I'll grab both of those. So I went and photographed the show, did all the things, went back to the merch stand after the show. All the vinyl was gone. All sold out. And I was like, shit, really? You didn't bring enough vinyl? Get out of here. They're doing a nationwide tour. They didn't bring enough vinyl. Anyway, no, it doesn't matter. I thought, well, I'll just buy it online, right? The difference is they autographed it at the merch stand. I don't really care for autographs. In fact, I don't care at all for autographs, but the idea of getting it there at the gig was sort of like compelling to me. But anyway, come back home, go to their website or go to the Facebook. They have a link out to a record store called Valve Records. It's a Brisbane-based vinyl record store. And I went ahead and bought 3 pieces of vinyl from the Gurge. $45 each or $40 each? I think they were $40 each. I was very, very excited because I saw the first EP, the colloquially known as the Hamburger EP, and the second EP, which is just titled New. They did that together on one vinyl. So each side of the vinyl is the EP. So I bought that, and I bought 2 Plung, which is their first record. And then I bought Unit, which is their second record. When it arrived here, I was quite blown away by there being no artwork. Now I want to show it to you what it looks like. By the way, can we get a little likes on the stream here? I see 0 likes. I see 2 watching on YouTube. By the way, this is a YouTube stream. If you're watching anywhere else, come on over to YouTube. I do see viewers on Facebook. Come on over to YouTube, Facebook. Hang out in the YouTube chat. This is where we're gonna hang out. So please come on over. So I want to show you the records. The first one, I guess I'll show you. Well, this is what they came as, and it looks cool, right? It looks cool. Oh, there's the EP, the Hamburger EP with New on the other side. That's pretty sick. There's 2 Plung, which is their debut album. And there's the back. It's kind of strange too that that's not the full size, but anyway. Here is Unit and the back. Now here's where the drama begins, or the trouble begins. We'll skip forward to 2 Plang because I gave my copy of the Hamburger EP to Duncan, or he bought it off me. So I don't have that to compare, but I do have the CD version of 2 Plang here. That's the back. Okay, so what I want to do, first of all, I'll show you how lousy this is, right? You take it out of the plastic sleeve. It presents well. It's on cardboard, as you'd expect. Inside is that. That's it. That's all there is. There's nothing else. The record on red vinyl looks pretty slick. But that's it. There's nothing else. And that's the case for... I'm touching the record. I don't think you're supposed to, are you? That's the case for the EPs. Get the plastic sleeve off. That's the same thing here. Piece of white paper. That's that. This one doesn't want to go back in, actually. It's a weird one. And it messes up the paper. I'll show you unit. Get that plastic out of there. And then I'm going to compare to the CD version of 2 Plang. Or 2 Plung. Unit comes out on a sleeve very similar to the other two. That's it. Nothing else. Now, if you go back to the album known as 2 Plung, the CD version, this is what it comes out as. You know, there's the back, which we see here. The back of the CD, that matches. The actual disc matches. Oops, it's gone. It's fallen out. Now here's where it becomes a bit lousy. Open up the CD gatefold here. Can't do that backwards. By the way, this is an original too. This is the original pressing. And I've got another little... I'll show it to you in a moment. I've got another little Regurgitator original pressing, which is very rare. So this is actually on cardboard. So it's got all the artwork and the lyrics. So what is it, a 9-page booklet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a cool slip on there. Quan as a woman. That wouldn't fly today. 9, 10. It's a 10-page booklet. It's an 12-page booklet. Hey, Woz, I'm glad you're here, dude. I'm going to read your chat comment. I'm glad you're here, though, because you're the one that would know about this, for sure. So that's how the CD released. So if you're going to be pressing vinyl, how come you don't get the artwork? What the fuck is with that? One of the big things for buying vinyl is the artwork, you know? You get to read... Like, I was hoping to sit down on a virtual vinyl and read the lyrics, study the liner notes, the credits, and all that cool stuff. But you don't get it with any of them. That's shit. That is really shit. Now, here's the website, Valve. So let's just go and have a look at their website just to see. So here is... Let's just gone from Valve to consume. Cite. Oh, go to the store, valverecords.com.au. So they got a bunch of stuff to purchase here, folks. I'm just wondering... Let's just change it to vinyl only. We're searching for vinyl. So here's all the vinyl that they're offering for sale. So yeah, $40. So there's one of the albums I didn't buy. Oddly enough, that's actually called Art. That's a Regurgitator album called Art. Let's just go and make certain that we didn't get something, you know, a slip of the... So there's a limited edition with a t-shirt. This is what I bought, 2 Plang vinyl version. Click on that. Description, the original debut. I'm tired, I beg your pardon. The original debut, now on 180 grams vinyl. Finally, we have available at a great price. It doesn't mention that maybe the reason it's... And by the way, is $40 a good price for vinyl, or is that still expensive? I mean, is that how they're getting it cheaper, by not including any of the artwork? Like, it doesn't mention here. G'day, Dale. How you doing, man? So I just want to check any other any other vinyl from other bands, because it could be a Gurge thing, right? It could be a Gurge thing. It could be a licensing thing. Mind you, I did notice on the backs of these, it does say. Shit, my glasses are down there. It does say licensed to Regurgitator Valve Records for vinyl pressing 2013. Dude, that says 2013. So this was licensed in 2013. Is it possible they just ran out of the artwork sleeves and didn't include them? I don't know, dudes, but let's just check another band. Well, Ben Eli's in the Gurge, so we'll check a different band. We'll check Blowhard. Oh, that's a CD. I don't want to do a CD. I wanted to see vinyl. Where's vinyl? Here we go, vinyl. Oh, with bonus CD. My bad. Blowhard, All the King's Horses on vinyl with a bonus CD. So it doesn't include. So that at least that shows you there, right? At least that shows you there. The Gurge ones, all of them, did not show you that. Let me show you. Perhaps the licensing requires no artwork. See, look at that, dude. It just comes up like that. So I just assumed, and this is my fault, right? I just assumed that would be the product, right? What is this? What is this? If this doesn't include the booklet, what have I bought? Is this just a budget, like it's official Gurge vinyl, but it's not the whole thing? It's like you bought a Mercedes Benz, but it didn't have the badge on it. Kind of. It's not really like that. It's something like that, though, isn't it? It's shit. It's really, really shit, hey? Because that's the only thing, aside from putting this on the turntable and kicking back with you guys and playing it, that's one of the only reasons I bought this stuff. So we could read the artwork and talk about it. It's really shit. Really shit. It's actually turning me off vinyl. I gotta be honest. Turning me off vinyl, big time. Do you know what? That means there's people out there. That means there's two versions of this vinyl. That means there's somebody out there with this album that has the one with the artwork, and there's the one that doesn't have the artwork. And yet, this is the one that they're selling at the... I'm assuming this is the one they're selling at the gigs. If anybody from the Gurge is out there... Actually, I have Ben's number. I could... Would that be wrong to text him? I do have his number. That would be wrong, wouldn't it? They don't handle that. It's not the management handles all that shit. Yeah, I don't know, dudes. It's a little disappointing. It's actually a lot disappointing. I'll read your chat messages in a second, but I want to show you this before we move on. This is one thing that I do have from the day. This is Regurgitator, the single lifted from, or a single lifted from this album. The single is FSO, Fuck Shit Off, I think FSO stands for, Fuck Shit Off. And that song on the album goes for about 1:12 or something. 1:42. It goes for 1:42 on the album, but the CD single includes... This is pretty funny, actually. The CD single includes FSO as the track, and then it's got a slow motion replay that goes for 18 minutes. And all it is that song... Slow right down. And they printed that shit and sold it. Look at it. It fills up most of the freaking CD. That's an original. I've got that. The other thing that I did have back in the day, which I believe Duncan has, was this original EP on CD, and it came out, and I've got to ask, any Regurgitator fans can clarify this. Okay, so first of all, this EP, not the new one, but this EP, the Hamburger EP, the self-titled debut, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks on it. But yet the CD version, the original CD version, before vinyl, the original CD version has 8 tracks on it. Subsequent pressings of the CD, printing of the CD, only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 tracks. And the last track, Pretend Friend, includes an additional song, Cynicism, Hypocrisy, Self-Pitying, Isolation, and another song, In One Ear. And those 3 songs make one song, but it's actually 3 songs. But what I'm getting at is my original CD had it broken down into the individual tracks. So you'd put that disc into the CD player and it would say 8 tracks. But then if you bought that same EP a little while later when they became like bigger, they reprinted it and they didn't. The CD only has 5 tracks, but it still includes those songs all together at the end. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because on here, it's listed with the correct 8 tracks. And I don't know from how many grooves there are on the album, but I wonder if the album jumps across a groove to another track. And to further to that, I went and checked my MP3 rips, which I ripped from the original pressings. I've ripped this and I ripped 2 Plang. Funnily enough, somewhere along the lines, my MP3 encode of this EP is not the one with the 8 tracks. It's the one with the 5 with the other 3 in it. So I instantly sent a message to Duncan and said, dude, can you just re-rip that for me? Because I want the original one, right? I don't know how I got rid of it in the day. I don't know where that would have gone, like the actual encode, but... So that's interesting, right? That's very interesting. And I also don't have this EP anymore. I think Duncan has that as well. I gave a lot of my stuff away, or I sold a lot of my stuff. I don't want it, but the vinyl is for the streams, but... Anyway, let me read the comments to see if I've missed anything here, because I feel like this could be a thing that I just don't know about because I'm new to vinyl, and it could just be like an industry thing. Oh, you don't get the artwork, dude. What were you thinking? Like, you're buying the vinyl, not the artwork. You want the artwork, you got to buy the deluxe vinyl edition with the artwork. I hope not. By the way, smash that like button if you think I'm an absolute fool who doesn't know this shit, because you'd be right. He says, yeah, it's a mixed bag when it comes to vinyl. Some put lots of effort, others do sweet fuck all. So this is normal, is that what you're saying? So because you did have a big vinyl collection, I believe you've gotten rid of it since then, but so did you ever have this happen to you where you bought an album thinking, hell yeah, I'm gonna be able to study that artwork and like lay back on the beanbag with the big headphones on and listen to music? Did you? And then you get home and you're like, dude, there's nothing in here. That's shit. Does that happen to you? I hope not. I hope so, because then at least we're even. Dudsky, I have a question. Are the colored albums plastic or vinyl? I saw a guy from England saying the colors are plastic. I mean, I don't know, dude. Is there a difference? Are you telling me there's a difference? There's actual... Well, I guess vinyl... Isn't vinyl a version of plastic? I mean, could that just be black plastic? A good question. I don't know. Maybe it's reserved for deluxe editions. This is the sucker versions, right? These are the sucker... We're just a sucker like you. If you bought our vinyl, you're a sucker. But you know what it does to me? It lends me to believe that maybe these aren't like... These are kind of like unlicensed. I know it says they're licensed, but if the vibe is... This is an unlicensed version. This is an unlicensed recording of the Smashing Pumpkins, Volume 1. You remember you used to buy them at service stations for like $3? I've still got a bunch of those in my collection too. Unlicensed recording of Nirvana, an unlicensed recording of Helmet, an unlicensed recording of Faith No More, and they're really budget shitty recordings. This is kind of what this feels like. It's like it's missing the most vital thing that people buy vinyl for, the big artwork. Dowski, what to do? Debut, you came in at the right time. Perhaps the license required no artwork. It seems odd. Is this an Aussie thing? Is it? Is this an Aussie thing? I don't know. It's likely a newer pressing, not the original. I mean, yeah, that judging on the website, this is, finally repressed on glorious 180 grams per Finally repressed on glorious 180 GMS vinyl here now. So yeah, this is obviously a most recent pressing. Discogs could have a list of different pressings. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, dude. Discogs. That's a really smart idea. I'm thankful you're here for this. We'll just look up Tronlink on vinyl. I guess we should narrow it down. Format vinyl. There's 632 versions. Take the first one at random. Can you see that? Make it larger. Okay, licensed to Valve. So this is the one that I've... Oh, cookies, give me some cookies. I love cookies. So this says here, licensed to Regurgitator, licensed to Valve Records. Credits, design, artwork by The Gurge. Doesn't say the barcode. We're looking for the catalog number. I'm going to come back to this because I want to hit your comments in the chat, because part of being live is that we can have a conversation, but I will come back to that. It's a good idea, but I want to search that up as well. Dale, I would not buy that stuff. No, thanks. Dude, I'll be honest. If I knew this beforehand, I wouldn't have bought them. I'll be completely honest about that. If it had have said, this does not include a CD or a vinyl sleeve, and if it had have showed you what you were buying, I wouldn't have bought them. I would have hunted down the ones with the booklets. For sure. Probably on Discogs. And I probably would have only bought Tronlink and Unit. I wouldn't have gone with... That doesn't exist, I don't think, as a vinyl. Dale, unless the originals weren't available or super expensive. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah. Dugsky, I remember Regurgitator were in a glass cube for a month at Federation Square and recorded an album there. Can't remember. Yeah, I remember that too. I haven't heard that album, I don't think. Was probably a lot, also a cost issue. Vinyl costs more to produce and lots of delays. Elfsar, no artwork is a crime. Dude, as an artist, right? As a guy who makes art and gets banned from, Trovo? Trovo kicked you off for nudity, right? Yeah, you'd be spitting, right? If imagine you were the artist. Imagine you were the artist on this album and all of this graphic artwork. Actually, dude, imagine Tracer released El Pistolero with no artwork. No, none of my photos in it. Just the cover. That'd suck, dude. Like, yeah, it is a crime, hey. Was some new vinyl doesn't even include, and by the way, I know it's not vinyl, I just say it like that to be a dickhead. Some new vinyl does not even include a download code. Dude, I bought the Tim Rogers and the Twin Set songs from the Tines of Turls Unfurled or whatever that thing is. Haven't opened it yet because I'm going to do it on stream, but I bought that and I thought, dude, that'd have a download code. No, I can't. I'm not ripping it. I do not want a ripped vinyl copy of my albums. I just want like I've said before, vinyl with the pops and crackles and all that crap, that's the biggest load of garbage I've ever heard. People that say, and this is to all you freaking vinyl freaks out there, if you say vinyl is more authentic because it's got all the cracks and pops, how ridiculous does that sound? Listen to yourself. You're saying your record is more authentic than anyone else's because you've got dust on your record. So dust lands on the record and the needle picks up that and goes over it and makes a pop and a crackle, and you think that's authentic? That shit wasn't there in the recording studio. The band didn't put those pops and crackles in, you did. So that's not authentic at all. That's like a bad MP3 encode where you've added a layer of white noise, in this case a warm pop and a crackle here and there. I think that's bullshit. I hate that. So there's no way I'm ripping any vinyl, and so therefore I'm going to search torrents for Tim Rogers' album. I paid for the vinyl. I feel like I should be able to get a download of it. So good point. Vinyl is short for polyvinyl chloride, aka PVC. Is it really? I didn't know that. There you go. I did get rid of most of my vinyl, but I have a few signed ones left, and sometimes I'll buy a new one if it's compelling. Ooh, like Queens of the Stone Age new album, Times New Roman. That's a cool name, by the way. Elfsar, little emotes there. Not telling no artwork is basically fraud, false advertising. Well, is it really though? Because they are giving you what you bought. You bought vinyl, you received vinyl. It didn't show you artwork. I don't know if that could be considered fraud because you are getting what you bought. You're getting the vinyl record and it shows you the image of it. But it just so happens to be, if you know what you're buying because you bought it when you were a kid, you know that it came with, of course, look at this great photo of Quan. That's him dressed as a woman. That's awesome. I really wanted to see that in big form too. And have my way with it. Shit. It's 2023. Can't they make a QR code to view the artwork booklet? That's not the same, was. Looking at it online, I could do that now. That's not the same, dude. Gotta go shunting. Catch you all later. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for being in here for a while, man. Shunt away. Modern vinyl is spread over more areas, so it's usually more vinyl discs. Maybe there's not much room to add printed artwork, but they should. I still think if the album came out with artwork, there should be no reason not to include that as the record. And I understand what you're saying, but you're also saying this, that's not a good example, but this is a dumbed down version of this product. This product, A, is the superior sound quality because it's a CD straight from the masters, whereas this is a ripped, or not a ripped, but this is a generational copy exclusive to your own record player, because you could have a shit record player, you could have dust everywhere like I have, and you're not getting the whole package. This is the package. By the way, this came out when I bought it in 1995, before I went to Perth. 95, right? Came out with a t-shirt, which I wore for years too. It was a hemp t-shirt made with hemp fiber. I don't like pops and crackles. I do like the richer sound of vinyl. Digital sounds kind of flat to me. I didn't realize they didn't show the artwork in the ad. Yeah. Got here late. My comment is not approved. Your comment is not approved on my channel? I've not done any moderation, dude. Elsa, that's not me doing that. Digital is compressed. Some info is lost, if I'm correct. No. Not if you're looking at the raw master files, typically a WAV file, it's not compressed, but that's not exactly what you get on a CD. So you do have some form of compression. You're getting into the weeds at that point though, because I don't know. I mean, people use the FLAC encoder, which basically takes a WAV file and dumps it into a container of sorts that is playable on most devices, whereas WAV files not typically playable on every device. Oh, this is probably a good segue to Woz, because didn't you buy that? Who was that artist who brought out a really expensive Walkman? Was it Neil Young? Excuse me. Some artist brought out a real expensive uncompressed FLAC player, basically. Vinyl is analog. Its sound is more fluid. See, Dale, I call bullshit on that. The reason I call bullshit on that is because people aren't recording in analog. They're recording in stereo, typically, and mixing in stereo. Sometimes now they're mixing into 47 channels, right? With all this virtual spacing and all that crap. So you want to dumb it down to analog from there. The only stuff that would sound good on vinyl is source material that was recorded in mono. such as some of the early Beatles albums before they were remastered, right? They were actually issued in mono, and they recorded like that with guitars in left channel, right channel, and say drum track in left channel. Some of them, Barry Maguire, you know, the Eve of Destruction. I don't know if you know that guy. I got into his stuff quite heavily for a while. I really loved that song, and then I discovered a lot of his other stuff. He's got some songs that have literally all the drums in one channel and all the guitars in the other channel. It's so strange, because when you, the time that you notice it is when you accidentally take one of the cans off and you're like, oh shit, dude. What? The drums are over there. There's no drums at all. It's weird, man. It's like, yeah. And then the vocals are just straight down the middle. No, it's YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube suppressed your comment. Oh, shit. Stereo just means 2 channels. Analog is a separate concept. Ooh, Dale. Oh. I had a few high-resolution players. All the formats, they sound the best. What was it called? Pono player, wasn't it? And we'll get back to this in a second too, but I think it was called the Pono player. Pono player? Yep. Was that it? Yeah. Portable music player created by Neil Young's company Pono Music. Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Pono was Young. Yeah. They sell all sorts of these. Oh, so it's a popular thing, right? So let's go back to the Discogs and just take a quick look at some barcodes here, because that'll tell us what the release was here. So the label here for the LP, East West, that catalog number is different to the, wait a second, view all versions. I just want to see the vinyl, not the CDs. East West, I mean, that's worth having a look at, that one. More images. So that's interesting. So no artwork on the East-West label one. It's possible. There's an advanced CD. That's cool. It's possible that this didn't even originally come out with vinyl. Let's check the Valve Records one. In 2013, yeah, so 2013 this happened. Is the company you bought that from Oz? Yeah, they're in Brisbane. That could be the problem. They're in Brisbane. More images. Is that the one we just looked at? No, this is the one we looked at. Yeah, so that's the one I have. Okay, fair enough. So those two versions do not have artwork. Here's LP on Valve Records, the same year but a different pressing. The remaster clear. So is this a ooh. Oh, it came with a sticker. And it's clear vinyl. Okay, interesting. So that didn't have artwork either. Here's a test pressing. That won't have artwork. It's got scratches though. So that's the test pressing before they started selling this in 2013. We need to go back though. Limited edition picture disc from 2021. Interesting. Picture disc. Does that mean the disc is colored? Do you know what? It doesn't look like this ever came out with the booklet, from what I can tell, unless I'm doing Discogs wrong. That's the last one. So there's no versions of it with the booklet on LP. Interesting. Well, let's just check let's check unit as well. Picture disc tends to sound worse than standard. Is that right? Unit, let's just hit, okay, let's just go to unit, 17 versions of unit. Versions, CD, test pressing, I don't need to look at that. Cassette, imagine buying that on cassette. Unit rebooted. CD, LP, East West from 1998. They did this originally in 1998. So that would 1998 would be the original. So this would be the original LP. Surely this came out with artwork. Nah, dudes. Wowzers. So what's all this crap about the best thing about vinyl is the artwork? What a crock of shit. 2013, that's the Valve Records one. That's the test pressing of the Valve one. Here is the 2017 limited edition version of, I guess it's yellow vinyl. More images. That's shit, dude. Special edition 2022. Egg yolk gatefold jacket. Gatefold means artwork. Surely gatefold means artwork. Okay. Now we're getting artwork. Or is that just... Not really. That's just where the disc sits. So, what a crock of shit, dudes. What a crock of shit. I'm calling all you wankers, all of you wankers out there who say, oh, vinyl is so good because you get all the artwork, it's way good. Here's 3 instances where you don't, and it never came with artwork. So if you only ever bought this on vinyl, you would never have even known that there was that funny photo of Quan. As a woman, you would never have known that existed because you never saw it. What? That's shit. And I'm not buying any more vinyl unless I know. Well, before I buy any vinyl like from a store, because I was gonna buy Siamese Dream. And that would be one I'd like to study the lyrics, right, in big print. But if you're telling me if I buy Siamese Dream vinyl, well, let's take a look. Does it come with artwork? CD 2 LP album, Orange Marbled, from 1993. So that would be the year after it came out. Let's take a look at this. Are you kidding me? That didn't even have a booklet? Wait, that's a CD. Oh no, I thought that was the whole CD. Dude, you don't get the artwork with vinyl. What a crock of shit. Man, what a letdown. This is the original pressings on Hut. I'm disappointed in this, eh? Like that a big part of these virtual. Oh yeah, Blood Sugar Sex Magic was one I was going to get to. I'm going to check that out as well, right? What a disappointment, dudes. More images. What's that image? So you do, okay, so it came out on Hut Records and it did have a version of the pages inside the CD. Yeah, good. Well, that's good to know that there is I mean, but then again, as you guys said, you probably pay an arm and a leg for that, right? Lowest it's been $160. Highest it's ever been is like $500. So yeah, okay, we probably won't be buying that. Let's check Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Original pressings, CD, cassette. Oh shit! Did it not? What? Did it not come out on vinyl? This is vinyl, isn't it? Yeah, 2-time vinyl LP. Dudes. That says Suck Me Kiss. That says Suck Me Kiss, not Suck My Kiss. That's a typo. What other typos are there? Huh. No, everything's spelled correct except Suck My Kiss, which is Suck Me Kiss. Suck me kiss, mate. Okay, so there, yeah, that's what you would expect, right? You'd expect to see something like that. The typo might make that pressing rare and valuable. Very good point, Dale. Very good point. Nah, the highest it's ever been is $194. It really is hit and miss. I mean, look. Thank you, Woz, for being here with this, because like this is news to me. I never thought that would even be a thing. I just assumed that every vinyl is I just assumed that it was the album, but on vinyl. But it's not. And it seems like it's kind of, yeah, like you said, hit and miss. I'm glad we did this though, because now I know that there's no other versions of this out there. So I'm not upset now. Like, I'm upset that this is a thing, but I'm not upset with what I have because it is just normal. Do you know what we should do though? Let's take a look at their Hamburger EP, the debut. I guess we'll just go through the artist as we go to that. Oh wow, there is no singles and EPs. There is no it's got to be in here, right? Yeah, here we go. 6 versions of the Hamburger EP. See, yeah, this is where it's listed correctly. It finishes on nothing, on Pretend Friend, but then there's Cynicism, Hypocrisy, Self-Pitying, Isolation, and In One Ear. And they're split. Yeah, so here they are as split songs. 1995. $28 copies for sale from $1.61. Let's see if there's one that's got the actual. Guess you'd have to check the You know what we should do? Let's just check for FSO. I'm just curious to see what FSO's worth. Here it is, 2 versions of FSO. FSO plus the slow motion replay. There's 2 versions of it. It's only selling for $11. Well, shit me. I'm keeping mine. 82 people have it. 26 people want it. Yeah, right. I mean, you can get stuck. You could go on that site forever, couldn't you? Dale, only time I ever heard of no artwork is promo only copies sent to radio DJs. Yeah, promo CDs. Yeah, for sure. Promo only, not for sale. I have a few promo albums on vinyl purchased from an estate. Former radio dude. Yeah, I've got a few CDs there from promo releases as well. A couple of very, very rare Tracer ones. I got the El Pistolero promo, which is a CD, full artwork, the real artwork, and it's just one track, El Pistolero, on a red CD. That's super rare, dude. Yeah. So I guess what'll happen is at some point we will play these records on stream and we'll just imagine the artwork. I'll probably bring out the artwork with the CD and play along with my glasses on. But yeah, if you want to see the photos that I shot of the Gurge, they're linked down below in the description of this live stream. But that's really all I've got to go with here. I'm now more aware of what happens, and I'll be a bit more careful when I buy vinyl. I got carried away when I saw it there. I was like, oh man, that's going to sound wicked, you know, hearing these albums, because it is going to sound good, right? Listening to it in the Kansas and playing it loud, it's going to be cool. That's cool. You want to sell it? You want me to sell the Tracer one? Hell no. I've also got what's the split single? Dirty Little Secret and Now I Ride? Is it Dirty Little Secret and Now I Ride? A split single. Do you know what we could do? Let's take a look at what Tracer's up here on Discogs. Tracer artists. See what they got on here. Stoner post-grunge trio from Adelaide, Australia, founded in 2001. Put on hold since February 2018. It was 2016. Oh no, last tour. Someday Poopsie's going to inherit some interesting stuff from her Uncle Benny. Yeah, true. So the album, Spaces in Between, 4 versions. 4 versions? What are the 4 versions? Photos by me. Who put... by the way, I've not seen this before, but that's my hideous head. Who did this? Oh shit, I've got a page here? 42 of me for sale? What? This is interesting. There's 42 of me for sale here. Look. Edit artist. I should edit this and... Okay. Huh. Interesting. I did not know I came up there. Andre, what have you got? You got your drum... Wow, this is pretty cool. Huh. Yeah, this site. Okay. Anyway, what are the 6 versions of Spaces in Between? CD album. CD album promo. CDR promo. Let's take a look at the promo. There it is, promo not for sale. So it's basically the whole album, but just got promo stuck on the front. And what do Yahoos want for that? 7 for sale from $4.06. Last sold January 2019. Huh. A lot of crew have it here. I guess these are all record, radio dudes that just want to get rid of them, eh? There you go, folks. If you want to buy a promo copy of Spaces in Between, there's enough up there for you. Could be worth getting, I mean, just for the sake of it, but here is LA, which did get reissued on Cool Green Recordings, but I also have the one that's not on Cool Green Recordings, the self-released one. Does this have it here? This is the Cool Green Recordings one. Yeah, this is the mascot one, so this is not the original one. Interesting. I've got the other one. I've got both of those, actually. The friggin' Chinese mass-produce copyright music movies and screw the artist out of royalties. They do now? Here's 3 versions of El Pistolero. I guess CD, promo, and vinyl. Jet on bass? That's incorrect. Who did that? Jet's not on bass on this album. Michael Rhodes, rest in peace, is the bass player. Died March this year. Red vinyl, CD promo, CD album. So I have this as well. Is this the promo of... Oh, that's the promo for the whole CD. I've got just the promo for the track. Interesting. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that's the CD version. What else is up there though? Water for Thirsty Dogs, 2 versions. That single track promo is likely very, very rare. Do you know what, dude? Where did I didn't see it. Oh, it's probably over. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, I've still got it there. Put that in a safe. Yeah, so this is just the LP. Translucent yellow and the CD. Let's take a look at the singles and EPs. What? This is I've never seen this before. I'll sleep when I'm dead, do my time, fill my emptiness, meow and say. Is this... I don't even know what this is, dudes. I've never seen this before. Michael Brown, Lee Brown and Andre. Dude. I've never heard this before. 2005. None for sale. Have. One person has it. Didn't come up with anything. Yeah, but that's the original font. I've got that on a t-shirt, but Into the Night, I've got this. El Pistolero CD single promo. Dirty Little Secret, they're the ones that I've got. These two here. El Pistolero single. It's just got one track on it. The album version. And it's a red. And oh, it's got the UK dates on the back. And the CD is red. Oops. Oh, there's 4 of them for sale if you want one. Now's your chance to nab one. You can get one for €3.45 plus €50 shipping. Jesus, what are they putting it in? Gold packaging? €50 to ship it? Here's some more reasonable prices. If you want to nab one. That pic on El Pistolero is badass. Yeah, that is a collage of 3 individual. One day, you know what we should do? Next year on the anniversary, we should go through and look at that photo shoot. Because I've got obviously all the raw photos, but I might even have video from that shoot. That's interesting. That is the only shoot that I did with a band in... Actually, do I want to talk about that? Because that'll just get me down. Anyway, the only shoot I did in the studio in Aldgate, in the house that myself and a partner bought, which had a separate dwelling. It used to be used as a ballerina, as a dancing studio. It was like a separate, really brilliant space, like a hall basically, a separate hallway. And yeah, we set it up obviously as a photography studio, and the Tracer El Pistolero shoot was the only shoot that I did there. My ex-partner did a bunch of stuff there, including workshops, like photography tutorial workshops. Yeah, I guess we could dig into that one time. That'd be fun. The look on Mike's face is intense. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, that is really rad, actually. His face there. So they're the versions of that. There was the other Dirty Little Secret CDR single. This is what I was trying to remember before. Scream in Silence. That's what I couldn't remember. That's a stupidly rare thing, this one. It's the same kind of thing as the UK one, but it's the Euro dates. Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, I feel like that sort of wraps up what we were here to discuss. I feel like I'm vindicated. No, I'm validated. I'm not vindicated. I'm validated on my purchases now that I know that that's how it works. It was a little bit concerning when I first opened them up. I was pretty pissed off. Now I'm just like, okay, that's normal. Now I know better. Now I know what to do when it comes time to buy more vinyl at some point. I'll be very careful with what I buy, and I'll observe before I give over my hard-earned. Live and learn, I suppose. Or is that live and learn? I like live and learn. Well, folks, I'm going to get out of here now, but I do appreciate you all being here with me. If you have got to the end of this and you've liked the content, please like the video or the live stream, hit the thumbs button, smash the subscribe, share this out with all your vinyl-loving friends. And remember, vinyl doesn't sound authentic. Yours is individual. It's not authentic, it's individual. And if you like individuality, come back to my channel for more individuality streams coming soon. Cheers as all. Crash and burn. Don't do that. Get out of here.